guys, I'm back today with another fun fold. This is another really easy way to spice up your card design. I'm starting here with a piece of paper that is 5.5 by 8.5. So we're going to score this at 4 1/4 right down the center like we normally would. And then we're going to turn our cardstock 90 degrees. And at 1 1/4 we're going to score down to our score line. So we're going to stop when we get close. 1 1/4. And then also at 4 1/4 down to our score line. That's going to give us 3 sections here on our card. We're not going to put our scoreboard away yet. What we are going to do is I'm going to take my scissors, and on that line I am going to cut up to that score line on both of these, and it's going to give us 3 little sections here. So we should end up with 3 little goofy things. So I can turn and fold this in and this in, and I am going to have this piece here that looks like this. And I'm going to do one more score line just on this piece here at 2 1/8. And this is going to be important if we want this to be an easel card. This is where it's going to fold. And I'll explain all that once we get to that section. And one of the things I'm going to do here is reinforce these folds, because I want these things to fold properly. So that kind of just trains the paper so it gets used to that, to laying flat there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take this piece of decorative paper. This is 2 3/4 by 4 inches. I'm just going to simply fold this in half to find the center. I think that's the easiest way of doing it. And now I'm going to take my glue, and I'm just going to glue this to our center panel. And I'm lining up the score line on the green with the score line on the blue, so I know that they will work together and fold well. And while I'm in here, this is also 2 3/4 by 4 inches, and this is going to be where we write our message on our card. So we are going to go ahead and glue this in. And while we're in a gluing moment, let's also glue these decorative strips down. These are 1 inch by 4 inches, so it leaves you a nice border all the way around, and so you need 2 of those. You could do them all in the same decorative paper. I just decided I wanted to switch it up. So I put polka dots, rainbow polka dots on the outside and green polka dots on the inside. Okay, so now I can grab my Misty, and I'm going to put my card base in here. I want to stamp my inside sentiment. So I'm going to get all these pieces kind of out of the way. And the sentiment I'm using is from Technique Junkies. I think this is a funny one. It says, breaking a cupcake in half makes the calories fall out. We're also going to be using that cupcake on the front. But I think I've already got this lined up. I do. So we can go ahead and stamp that. I'm going to use Memento ink just so I don't smear it. So off camera, I cut 2 of these rickrack pieces out of white cardstock. And what I'm going to do here is glue them together. The height of this will serve as a stop inside of our card for our easel portion. So I'm just lining up the pattern. There's a couple different ways you could do this. You could use foam tape. I did not have a small balloon die. I was kind of hoping I had like a balloon, but I didn't. So if you have one, use that, because I think that's actually a really fun idea. So, all right, anyway, now I'm going to take this rickrack, and I'm going to glue this down above where that sentiment sits. So this is where you would write your personal message. And while we're here, I'm going to take and glue our side doors down. And I really like how these side panels are going to hide the edges of our rickrack. So it's going to look nice and finished and complete and professional when we are done. So here we go. We've got our inside of our card all situated. There you go. So that is how the card will sit when it's open. We still obviously have to decorate the front, but there we go. Look, that serves as a beautiful stop. Keeps that piece from falling down. So just to save some time, I did off camera color this cute little cupcake, and I did it to match the color of my cardstock here. And I'll have all the colors listed on my blog, so if you are interested. And I put foam tape on the back of this guy already. So he is all ready to go on our oval, our focal point. Let's see. I think he looks good right there. What do you guys think? Is that a happy little home for him? And this is going to live right here on our card in the center. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put glue just on the bottom part of this oval right here. And so I know he's nice and secure. And so when the recipient gets it, it'll look like this, and this is what they will see sitting on their table. All right, we're not done yet. I also have a happy birthday, which I think I'm going to glue straight flat down. And this way the cupcake looks like he's sitting on the birthday. And to me, I really like that. It kind of grounds the cupcake so he's not just floating in the air. And now here is the ultimate tough decision. I have some gold twine, and I also have some rhinestones. And this is the part where I always wish you guys were in my craft room. Should we decorate with rhinestones? Let's try the gold twine because we can always take that off. So this is what it would look like on the outside of the card. What do you guys think of that? You guys like the gold twine? Just kind of adds a little sparkle, I think, to it. And then when it sits up, so when you leave it on your table, it will stay a lot better. So when it sits up, it's going to look like this. Or we could add, I think we're going to go with the gold twine. Of course, leave me a message and tell me what you think and what you're thinking, if gold twine was the way to go. And because I can never not, I'm going to add some Wink of Stella. Actually, this is Spectrum Noir's version of Wink of Stella. It's the same product. Just going to add a little bit to the frosting. So this is what the centerfold easel card looks like when it's all done. So guys, tell me what you think. Do you think this is something that you guys would try? Is this a cool way to spice up your card making? Again, I always love to hear what you guys think or ideas that you have. I hope you'll do this. It is such a fun way, and the best part is it folds down and it mails for a normal stamp, and you have a place to write your message. So just a really, really cool way to spice up a standard card design. So I hope you guys will give that a try, and I'll catch you guys on the next fun fold video. Have a good night, guys. Bye.